Namaste to all. I was having a discussion with somebody. So the question that was asked was, how do I become close to a yogi or a vidwan or a tapasvi in the right sense? How I can get liked by a yogi? So my acharya always used to quote this mantra: Ichanti devaha sunuvantam na swapnaya sprihayanti yanti pramada atandara. This is coming in Rig Veda, where the mantra says devaha sunuvantam ichanti. Sunuvantam means shubh karma, शुभ कर्मों में आसक्ति रखने वाले. आसक्ति means great affinity and attachment towards doing shubh karma. If a person has a devaha means a vidwan, a yogi, a tapasvi, a rishi, a muni, they ichanti, they always like to do shubh karma, and they always like people who does shubh karma, and also they like people who are having great affinity and attraction towards doing only shubh karma. Ichanti devaha sunuvantam. And also the mantra says swapnaya nah sprihayanti. Na sprihayanti means not desire. They don't like or they don't desire those people who are in swapnaya. Swapna means lazy people. They are daydreaming. They don't do hard work. They don't do purusharat. So if we have to get close to a vidwan, you don't need to be physically present. Vidwan, if a yogi is there, he understands his disciples very well. So when we start working very hard in our life and do shubh karma, and we have great affinity to do shubh karma, and we never do alasya, then yogi will like us, vidwan will like us, tapasvi munis, rishi munis will like us. Otherwise, they don't like, because the mantra says swapnaya na sprihayanti, nahi icha karte hain. Na sprihayanti means icha, na sprihayanti means nahi icha karte hain. Kisko? Swapnaya, one who is in daydreaming, one who is in alasya. So if you are sick, that's a different case. Because of sickness, because of some health issues, I am unable to do work, that's a different case. Even in that case, we must not leave our upasana. Like, today morning I was mentioning the Tamil video. Like yesterday in the pravachan, my acharya was telling that when he was working in Amritsar, he became so, he was having, I think, stomach upset. And he said that I couldn't, even after taking medicine, it was not helping, and I was totally like bedridden. I could not even get up from the bed. Even at that point of time, I did not leave my upasana, even at that time, because Paramatma Sarva Priya hai mere liye. So those people, they do Purusharat even lying on the bed. They will try to Purusharat means to attain the life's aim, even by, that was a great inspirational message to people like me who were listening, that they don't leave the upasana of Paramatma even at that situation. So we have all the facilities, everything. We are not doing 5-6 hours upasana. We are just trying to do 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Even then we do alasya means vidwan will not like us for sure. And if vidwan does not like us, Paramatma also, of course. And the mantra says, na sprihayanti atandra pramadam yanti. Tandra means alasya. Atandra means alasya rahit. One who is alasya rahit, pramadam yanti. They will attain pramadam means anand, uttam anand. A person who is a hard worker, a person who puts his fullest effort in attaining vairagya, in doing abhyas, in controlling his mind and senses, Paramatma says in the mantra, they will attain pramadam. Param anand ko pramadam means uttam anand. They will attain pramadam, Paramatma says. So when we work very hard, Paramatma also will give us paramanand, and yogi, rishi, muni, tapasvi also will start liking us. So this is very, very important question, that how do we get close to a acharya? How do we get close to a yogi? Because acharya, you can, of course, by your service, when you do seva to acharya, acharya will start blessing you. He will understand you as a sevak. But understand, I was listening to one Arya Samaj acharya. He was a disciple of Swami Satyapati ji. So he was telling that I used to serve Swami Satyapati ji when he was sick. He was bedridden, so I used to get up at 4 o'clock and do continuous seva throughout the day, throughout the night, throughout the day. Like that I used to do service to him, seva to him. But even at that situation, he never did any partiality to me. He will not show, he will not give anything extra to me. That is the position of Vidwan. They actually, Vidwan, Rishi, Muni, Tapasvi, great Tapasvis, they will be like Paramatma only. They will not show partialities. They will, of course, bless you. For your seva, they will bless you, but they will not show partiality. Like he was telling his life incidences in one of the videos. It was very interesting. I could relate, a sevak is doing service to an acharya, and he is doing such a service to an acharya from day night. And then that acharya's reply to him, when he asked something to acharya, his reply to him, his reply to other disciples, how neutral that acharya is. So that is Paramatma and acharya, they will always become impartial. The qualities of Paramatma will come into acharya because of their tapasya. So that we must understand. So that's why we when we get close to a yogi, does not mean that he will give us more partiality. He will not do that. He will not give you more sanction or more show more partiality to you. That he will never do. He will be always neutral. He will be always doing justice at any point of time. This we must understand. And one more question that came was, what is the meaning of Ashwate in the Veda mantra, Yajurveda Ashwate? I explained this Veda mantra, but again I will explain to you. Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati has written beautifully, Ashwatevo nishadanam paranevo vasatishkrita gobaja itkilasata yata sanavata purusham. Paramatma has created you in such a way, the mantra says, Ashwate. Swaha means tomorrow. Ashwaha means not sure about tomorrow. So your life, you are living in the place, in this world, that you are not too sure that you will be there tomorrow or not. See, Maharshi writes, Kal ठहरेगा या नहीं, ऐसे अनित्य संसार में तुम्हारा स्थान है. So remember that you might not exist tomorrow in this body. You might suddenly get a heart attack, you might get accident, you might go away. Suddenly anything can happen. Mrityu kabhi bhi aa sakta hai. So the mantra gives an inspiration that Ashwatevo Nishadanam, and also this sansar itself is Ashwate, but Parane means the patta, the tree, the leaves in the people tree. It's so unstable that it can fly off anytime. And your life is also like that. You can fly off from your body anytime. And you means you are Jivatma. You are in the body now. You can fly off from the body at any point of time. The body will be dead. That's it. So the Paramatma says, Go Baja it kilasata. So try to utilize the Indriya properly to follow the path of the Vedas. मनुष्यों को चाहिए कि अनित्य संसार में अनित्य शरीरों और पदार्थों को प्राप्त होके क्षणभंगुर जीवन में धर्म आचरण के साथ ट्राई टू डू धर्म आचरण. Everything is anitya. Sansar is anitya, sharir is anitya, life is very temporary. We don't know when the mrityu will happen. So Paramatma says, Dharma acharan ke saath nitya Paramatma ki upasana karo. So we must do upasana. Nitya means until our last breath. Like my acharya was sharing. That he's bedridden. Still he is continuing his upasana. So we must take inspirations from such acharyas to continue our upasana. और उपासना करके आत्मा और परमात्मा के संयोग से उत्पन्न हुए नित्य सुख को प्राप्त हो. आत्मा और परमात्मा के संयोग मीन्स जीवात्मा मीटिंग परमात्मा इन समाधि. सो व्हेन यू डू एवरीडे उपासना यू विल मीट परमात्मा इज द तात्पर्य. एंड वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड एवरी डे दैट दिस लाइफ इज अनित्य, दिस संसार इज अनित्य, माई बॉडी इज टेम्पररी, माई रिलेटिव्स आर टेम्पररी, माई पोजिशन, माई पावर, माई मनी, माई बैंक अकाउंट, एवरीथिंग इज टेम्पररी. अनित्य संसार, अनित्य, सब कुछ अनित्य है. इसमें एक ही नित्य वस्तु है, परमात्मा. आई मस्ट वर्शिप दैट परमात्मा बाय फॉलोइंग गोबाजा मीन्स बाय अडॉप्टिंग वेदास. मंत्रा सेज यू कैनॉट अडॉप्ट एनी, लाइक another discussion came up that some why it is Quran is not matching with your Veda mantra, something like that, some discussion. But we must follow Veda mantra, we must follow Vedas. Why? Because Vedas are from Paramatma. No other book is from Paramatma. Any other book, if it is matching with Vedas, yes, accept it. If it is not matching with Vedas, do not accept it, number one. And number two, Paramatma says, If that book is written by a non-yogi, written by a normal person who is not a rishi, who is not a tapasvi, who is not a yogi, don't even read that book. Just ignore that book, neglect that book. So go Baja, very very important mantra. So these two questions came up, so I thought of sharing with you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.